The average age of first marriage is increasing worldwide. The divorce rate is also increasing globally, but varies depending on the country and culture. In many countries, marriage rates are decreasing as people choose to delay or forego marriage altogether. Same-sex marriage has become legal in an increasing number of countries over the past few decades. Marriage is often seen as a way to solidify relationships and provide stability, both emotionally and financially. Couples who live together before marriage are more likely to divorce than those who don't. The concept of marriage has evolved over time, and different cultures have different ideas about what it means and how it should be conducted. In many societies, arranged marriages are still common, particularly in traditional or conservative communities. The wedding industry is a multi-billion-dollar business worldwide, with couples spending on average tens of thousands of dollars on their weddings. The most popular day of the week for weddings in the US is Saturday. The average length of an engagement in the US is around 14 months. The most common engagement ring diamond size is between 1 and 1.5 carats. In some cultures, it is traditional for the groom to pay a dowry to the bride's family as part of the marriage arrangement. In many cultures, the bride wears a white wedding dress as a symbol of purity and innocence. In some countries, it is traditional for the groom to give the bride a gift of gold jewelry on the wedding day. In some cultures, the couple is not considered married until they have consummated the marriage. The average cost of a wedding in the US is around $30,000. The most popular wedding colors in the US are white, ivory, and blush. The most popular wedding flowers in the US are roses, lilies, and hydrangeas. The average number of guests at a wedding in the US is around 130. The average age of first-time brides in the US is around 28, and for grooms it is around 30. The most common reasons for divorce are infidelity, financial problems, and communication issues. In many countries, the divorce rate is higher among couples who have children. The average length of a marriage that ends in divorce is around 8 years. The most common time for couples to divorce is in the first few years of marriage. The divorce rate is higher among second and third marriages. The majority of divorces are initiated by women. The divorce rate is higher among couples who marry at a young age. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have a large age difference. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different religious beliefs. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different educational levels. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different cultural backgrounds. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different political beliefs. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have experienced infidelity. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have experienced financial problems. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different expectations about marriage and family life. The divorce rate is higher among couples who have different values and interests. The divorce rate is lower among couples who have similar personalities and temperaments. The divorce rate is lower among couples who share household chores and responsibilities. The divorce rate is lower among couples who communicate effectively and resolve conflicts in a constructive way. The divorce rate is lower among couples who have a higher income and education level. The divorce rate is lower among couples who have a strong social support network. In some cultures, marriage is seen as a way to unite families and build alliances. In many countries, marriage is still considered a social and economic necessity for women, particularly in traditional or conservative communities. In some countries, polygamy is still legal and practiced. In many cultures, marriage is seen as a lifelong commitment and divorce is frowned upon. The concept of love marriage, where individuals choose their own partners based on love and attraction, is becoming more popular in many societies. The role and expectations of marriage continue to evolve, and couples are redefining what marriage means to them. The marriage rate is higher among couples who have similar educational levels and income. In some cultures, marriage is seen as a way to continue the family line and pass on traditions and values. The most common reasons for getting married are love, companionship, and commitment. In many countries, marriage is a legally binding contract that provides certain rights and benefits, such as inheritance and tax benefits. The concept of prenuptial agreements, legal contracts signed before marriage that outline the distribution of assets and property in case of divorce, is becoming more common in many societies. The role of gender in marriage continues to be debated and redefined, with many couples rejecting traditional gender roles and expectations. In some cultures, marriage is seen as a way to provide financial security for women, particularly in societies where women have limited access to education and employment opportunities. The concept of common law marriage, where couples who live together for a certain period of time are considered legally married, is recognized in some countries and states. The marriage rate is lower among couples who have experienced trauma or abuse in their past. The role of technology in marriage is becoming increasingly important, with couples using apps and social media to communicate, plan, and organize their lives together.